Okay, hi everyone. Yes, so just to start, I'd like to echo Jalba's comments at the outset in introducing this whole concept of integrations, and also one of the points from, was it Jana? Someone this morning, no, I think it was David, who was saying about we're integrable. So integration is at the heart of what we do, and I think this approach of not trying to be all things to all people, but to put together a basket or a combination of things which can be more useful to people, so the sum is greater than the parts, is something which we share philosophically with ChemAxon. So we're an ELN, and there's lots and lots of different ELNs. I'm going to actually jump forward to talk about our ecosystem, which is not the pharma ecosystem. So our user base is in universities and early-stage biotechs who tend to want something which is more generic and more flexible, I think, than is the case in a more sophisticated, developed environment like the pharma industry. So with that as background, it probably makes more sense to talk about what distinguishes us from other ELNs. So basically, flexibility is at the heart of it. So our user base wants tools which are flexible. So instead of putting them into kind of very specific constrained workflows, we give them options to build their own workflows, which is a fundamentally different approach. So I've given some examples here. And that flexibility also goes over into connectivity. So we connect with lots and lots of things, including ChemAxon, which I'll talk about in a moment, and I'll talk about other things as well. We also have very strong internal and external traceability. So this is our ecosystem, if you will. ChemAxon is not even in there, but that's because ChemAxon is actually part of ResearchSpace through the integration with Marvin.js. But if you look at the general approach to, we have a strong generic ELN in the middle, and then we know that people don't want to bring all of their data into the ELN, so we link with three kinds of things: data and files. So we link with all of the common commercial file storage applications, and I'll highlight Ignite there, which is of course used heavily in the biotech industry. Our existing integration with Ignite supports the ability to link to an Ignite file, but we very soon, at the end of next month, will have a deeper integration with Ignite, where the Ignite file system will become the RSpace file system. So that's going to be a very seamless ability to deal with your files in RSpace. We also integrate with all different kinds of tools, including enterprise chat tools, including things like Microsoft Word, protocols.io, tools that are used commonly in our ecosystem in terms of people doing research. And at the end of the process, we make it extremely easy to get data out, which again distinguishes us from many other ELNs which try to force you to keep your data in. But we understand we don't want to be an endpoint, we want to be a conduit in the research cycle. So that's just a brief overview of kind of how we see the world generally and how we're trying to develop. And talking about ChemAxon, I guess I think we've started about 3 or 4 years ago with an integration with Marvin.js. So we have simple ability to sketch and do searches inside RSpace. We're now just embarking on an exciting new upgrade in our relationship with ChemAxon. And we're looking at two kinds of additional developments. The first is to build additional chemistry capabilities into RSpace. And the second is to build support for better integration better support for chemistry workflows, so that chemistry workflows are more tightly integrated with the ELN. So that's it. Very brief, but give you a sense of what we're doing, and I'd be happy to take any questions.